Hi everybody, Nolene here from Calico Mermaid and welcome back. This is video number 2 for our block number 2. And actually this block is the acorn block, but we have two different acorn blocks. There's the first one, there's the second one. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make this guy first and then just do a quick demo on the second one. Alrighty, so let's get started. You're going to be using, let me show you the fabrics first that we're going to use. This is A, which is our background. We're going to use E, F, H, I, and M, and those are all on your pattern. And then for the second one, we're going to use A, of course, as our background, F, which we've already used in the first acorn, and which we didn't use in the first acorn, then M, which is really your sashing. Okay, so there's our colors. So we're going to start with F and A. Oh dear, I have a shadow. That's not good. This is A, and you're going to draw a line in all of your A pieces on, I believe it's either 1 or 1.5 inch square. I'm not 100% sure, but your pattern will tell you. So you're going to draw a diagonal line, and you're going to sew on that line, okay? You see here? And then this is your F piece, which is the top of your acorn. So can you see, I'm going to bring it up close to there, how I sewed on it. Then you're going to trim it and then press it up. And that's the first part. Our second one, you're going to add another A piece. Going to sew on the line again. Okay. And then you're going to have this piece right here. Now this is the top of your acorn, and it's done the exact same way for the next acorn top also, and it's the same colors also. So now we're going to add this guy, these two, which is also A. That's our background, and that's going to be your first little piece is going to be finished. All right, so that's those. All right, the next part I showed you already in our first video, which was the leaf block, and we made a bunch of half square triangles. The kind of the slashed line, the dotted line there is where you sew, and then the solid line is where you cut. Now the only thing I didn't show you in that video was how to square it up. And I'm going to use the block lock ruler. Now these square up to 2 inches. And you can see on the block lock it's got this line. Well, it's on the back, it's got like a little dip. So when you put it onto your piece, it literally locks into that seam so you can't move it. And when I'm squaring up, I always leave more on the side that's underneath the ruler, so that when I flip it, I can square it up. And this is going to 2 inches. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right, you flip it over, and it locks in again, and we are going to go 2 inches. Whoops. There we go. All right. So you square all those up, and that's 8 pieces. And we have a 2 inch square. 2 inch half square triangle. Alrighty? And that's the block. Hopefully it's not backwards. It's called the block lock. Okay, we do have some at the store if anybody needs them. Okay. So I've got all that done. Now the next part we're doing is our center of our acorn, and it's basically a 9 patch. In this we're using, this is H, this color is our A background, this is E, and this one is I. All the measurements are in your pattern, so you just cut those out and you sew them together. I just did like I would a normal 9 patch. So those two together, those two together, those two together, and then add those on. and then first to second, second to third. Okay, and pressing, I did go to the flattest side, basically the center on the top and bottom piece, and then the outer on the center piece. But then I pressed my seams open. If you like to press your seams open, you go ahead. I did use some starch. I used the dye on it. Yep. Okay, next we're going to add our sides, and that's A again. And you just sew those together. Okay. And then our acorn top, you're going to sew your H to the M, and then sew those, and I just I pressed to the center, which is F color. I'm sorry, F. Okay, and here it is, and then you can sew that there. And the next part is it's a background and M. I sew the two of those together. Put it on here. And in there. So that was pretty fast. And there's your first acorn. Okay, now the next one. The top is the exact same, except you don't add, actually, I'm sorry, let's do this piece first. This is your N, and then this is the A piece, okay? Now, this is measured, actually, let me double check my measurements on that. This is, so it's 6.5 by 5.5, okay? So you want to make sure it's 6.5 this way, 5.5 this way. So that's where you put your A triangles. It's actually another piece like this. No, it's bigger. It's bigger than that. But again, same way like we did on the top, we're going to sew right there, cut it. That was where I marked the diagonal line, and then I cut it. So that's just one thing you have to remember, because the first piece I did it like this, and then when I tried to put the sides on, it didn't work. So learn from my mistakes. Okay, this goes on first, then we're going to put our sides on. Again, A, and then we put this guy on, our top. Now what I did in order to sew this on, I found the center here, and I found the center on my acorn top. And doing that, I just fold them in half and kind of finger press it, and that's your center. So then I pinned the centers, and then just pinned out. Okay, and then we are exactly some more A on the sides. And when you sew those together, that does fit. Okay, and then we've got another piece of M on the bottom. Alrighty, so there we go. That's the, oops, what do I have? Oh, I've lost my other block. There you are. Here it is, completed. So, that was easy. 2 acorn blocks, both just a little bit different. All right, we will see you next time for block number 3. Thank you.